Welcome to another episode of Buying Bigger, Better Academy. The contents of this episode come from a helpful guide on our news blog at mylittlesalesman.com/news entitled Buying Box Trucks, Dealers, Rentals, or Private Sellers, Pros and Cons, which is linked in the description of this episode.
Dealerships and rental companies and private sellers, oh my.
So, you want to buy a box truck, but you can't decide whether or not you want to 1. Visit the local box truck dealership, 2. See what used rental trucks are for sale, or 3. Look at what private sellers are looking to sell. In this article, we're breaking down some of the pros and cons of buying a box truck from dealerships, rental companies, and private sellers. Let's get started.
What are the pros and cons of buying box trucks from dealerships?
The pros of buying box trucks from dealerships.
Great selection.
One potential pro of buying box trucks from dealerships is that you may have a wider selection of trucks to choose from. Dealerships often have a wide range of different makes and models available, which can allow you to find the right truck for your needs.
Financing and maintenance programs.
Buying from a dealership may also provide you with access to financing options and other forms of support, such as warranties, maintenance, and repair services. The cons of buying box trucks from dealerships.
Expensive pricing.
A potential downside of buying box trucks from dealerships is that they may be more expensive than other options. Box truck dealerships may offer largely new models, which can be much more costly than used box trucks. Dealerships also often have overhead costs, such as showroom and sales staff expenses. For these reasons, the prices of their box trucks may be higher than those offered by other sellers.
Dealing with salespeople.
Additionally, buying from a dealership may also require you to interact with a salesperson who may have their own agenda. Some consider this process time-consuming and potentially stressful.
What are the pros and cons of buying box trucks from rental companies?
The pros of buying box trucks from rental companies.
Competitive pricing.
One potential pro of buying box trucks from rental companies is that they may be less expensive than buying from a dealership. Because rental companies typically purchase their trucks in bulk and have a special incentive to offload used vehicles, they may be able to offer them at a lower price than a dealership.
Financing and maintenance.
Some rental companies can offer the best of both worlds in terms of deals, financing, and perks. Buying from a rental company may also provide you with access to financing options and other forms of support, such as maintenance and repair services. The cons of buying box trucks from rental companies.
Limited selection.
An occasional downside of buying box trucks from rental companies is that the selection of trucks available may be limited. Rental companies often have a small range of makes and models available for purchase, as they typically only sell their older or less commonly used trucks. This varies based on the rental company.
Box truck condition.
Box trucks rented out by rental companies were driven by a wide variety of drivers. Most people renting box trucks from these companies have little to no experience driving trucks of that size. Because of this, some box trucks for sale through rental companies have cosmetic or mechanical issues that are not easily spotted upon inspection.
Dealing with salespeople.
Like a dealership, buying from a rental company may also require you to deal with a sales representative, which can be stressful for some.
What are the pros and cons of buying box trucks from a private seller?
The pros of buying box trucks from private sellers.
Likely the best prices.
Out of all three options, buying a box truck from a private seller will typically fetch the lowest prices for trucks. Private sellers are not subject to the same overhead costs as dealerships or rental companies, allowing them to offer their trucks at a lower price. In addition to a lack of overhead, many private sellers are highly motivated to sell, putting the negotiating power mostly with the buyer. The cons of buying box trucks from a private seller.
Lack of financing or support.
Depending on the buyer's position, a con of buying box trucks from a private seller is a lack of the usual support and services as a dealership or rental company. Private sellers may not offer financing options or maintenance and repair services, so you may have to arrange these things on your own. Acquiring financing for box trucks purchased through private sellers may be harder to procure through banks and other lending institutions.
Mysterious vehicle condition.
Buying a box truck from a mysterious private seller from the classified ads may also come with some uncertainty. You may not have the same level of information about the history and condition of the truck as you would from a dealership or rental company. For this reason, it is important to have any box truck inspected by a mechanic before making a purchase.
Find box trucks for sale from dealers, rentals, or private sellers.
If you're in the market for a new or used box truck for sale, you can find precisely what you're looking for and from the seller of your choice at mylittlesalesman.com. Filter your search by region, price, make, model, style, seller, and beyond to find your ideal box truck. You're invited to find your next box truck for sale today at mylittlesalesman.com.